Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your boy Krebsy Crypto, and for today's video, we're just going to be taking a look at my mining profits, as that's been requested by a few on my channel here. On my latest video, I had a comment requesting it and a lot of likes in its favor, so I figured why not just follow up on that and make a video showing you guys what my budget mining rigs do make in terms of profit on Nicehash. It is mining Kaspa, so K heavy hash, and it converts over to Bitcoin. And of course, Nicehash takes a little bit, so I lose a little bit, of course, mining through Nicehash, but not as much as I would through like another pool or something of the sort. Before we just get right into the mining profits, as you see, my setup is a little different since last video. I had a little trouble again with the AMD card on the motherboard over there. So I reverted back to my original setup with this motherboard, and I put my two 3 GB cards on there. And then I put my 4 GB cards on here, just that way then I can mine specific algorithms and coins for set cards for like 3 GB, 4 GB, and whatever. And it's the only way that this AMD card will work is right on a motherboard just like this, and it has no issue. And then my 1650 just runs on the riser. And this is an AMD RX 570 4 GB, 1650 4 GB, and two 1060 3 GB, just for reference. But now we will jump over to my Nicehash and we'll take a look at like the profits and what I'm mining and just have a rough estimate of power consumption and stuff, just to give you guys an idea of what I am making currently in the current market conditions. Alright, so now we're just over on my Nicehash here. I have myself signed in, and as we see, I have my two rigs up and running. Just ignore this one. This one is just an old one I had running, but this is my current one here. It's running through Hive OS, and that's the one that is like its own motherboard with its risers and everything. The worker one here is the one that is running with the AMD card, the 4 GB rig, and this is a 3 GB rig. So right now my 4 GB rig is currently taking about 131 watts of power, and then this other one I'm not entirely sure. I believe that will be around, I know the 1650 is about 75 watt, and that's what I run it at fully. And then the AMD card, I'm not entirely sure. I think at max it's 160 watts or something like that. And right now I'm only running it, I think, at just a little under that. So if we put those two together, it's probably around another 180, 200 watts. So if you put that in, that's probably about a total of 350 to 400 watts, give or take. That's just my rough estimate with my quick mental math here. So if you put that in perspective, and I pay about 8 cents a kilowatt for hydro, I hopefully am turning a profit. I don't have the actual Nicehash calculator pull up, but I can do some quick math to get the actual estimate. Right now, the fluctuation is jumping a lot, but currently my current profitability is 45 cents Canadian. If I see on average it sits around 60 to 80 cents. It has jumped over $1 today, so profits are just pumping with Kaspa and Bitcoin currently, and that's what I keep running. So as we see, it jumped up to 68 cents, and that's just how Nicehash works. Depends if your rig is being rented out or if more power is being used and things of the sort, you get paid more. Right now my wallet's only at $7.51, and mind you, I do not mine like 24 hours 24/7, whatever you want to say. I mine maybe 12 hours a day. I just try to keep it on the low side so I don't end up paying a crazy amount for hydro. And since I work full time, I don't like being away from the rigs if they are running, in case there is something that something that does happen. I'd rather it be safe and under control while I'm here than it something go wrong and there's a chance that other people could be affected by the damage that I cause with my mining. I know it's a lot to go into and it's a small chance that happens, but it's just stuff I think of and just how I am. So yeah, I would imagine right now I am currently turning maybe close to a little bit of a profit. I'm just going to do some quick calculations here and we will see what we are turning up in, like if we are turning a profit or if we are negative just slightly. So I just quickly pulled up some calculations here just to show you guys what I am doing. So right now I did, let's see here. Yeah, I did the calculating kilowatts an hour, so depending on how much your rig used. So you find the wattage of your mining rig. I put about 380 watts to meet between the 350 and 400. Multiply wattage by hours used each day, so I did about 12 hours. And divide by 1,000, which is watts to kilowatts. And then multiply by numbers of days, 30 days. I just put 30 days. And it's just a rough example if I were to run it for 12 hours a day for 30 days. And then now we're going to calculate the actual monthly cost of it. And I'm just using my phone calculator here. So in total, my rig uses 136.8 kilowatts an hour per month. So nothing too intense compared to some rigs out there. So right now we're going to multiply it by my wattage, or sorry, how much I pay for hydro. So mine is 0.087 cents, and then that equals out to $11.90. So I pay about $11.90 if I were to run it 12 hours a day, and that's at 30 days. So for about a whole month, if I were to run it consecutively for 12 hours a day, it would be about $11.90 Canadian I would be paying to run this rig. And give or take right now, we can check here. We'll go to the rig manager. Yeah, here we go. So projected monthly income, I'm making about $16.95. It would cost me about $11.90 to run it, but this is projected at 24-hour projection. So I had to take that and calculate it down. We'll say probably I'm around maybe $8 to $10 a month because I only run it for 12 hours. So I am about, roughly down about $1 something right now with my hydro rates, if we are to have a rough estimate at least. I know it's not exact, but it's just a give or take. But if I were to run it for 24 hours a day, I'd probably be paying about $20 a month in hydro and making around $16 to $18 in the Bitcoin. So I'd still be down some money, obviously, because the markets are still down. A lot of coins and algorithms are still down. Things are still down as a whole in the market. But for a budget mining rig, that is not bad, considering I do have a lower hydro rate than some people from what I've heard. So I'll take that into consideration. But if you do have a lower hydro rate, you can run these lower end budget cards like I do run myself here. I get these for a cheap price and just hook up rigs and figure why not. I don't need these high end drop, $500 to $1,000 on graphics cards, because then it's just going to take an eternity to make anything back. Even though I'm not worried about that at the end of things here, really. I'm just more enjoy mining and the actual technology behind it and things like that. But yeah, it kind of makes more sense either if you are just coming into mining or if you are just trying to save your money and trying to mine as well. This is the way to do it. This is how I've done it for years. You just kind of buy these budget cards, build them up, and eventually you're going to turn some profit once the markets do start to pump. Back when crypto was really pumping, I was making a profit running these no matter what I was, because I wasn't paying hydro back then. But even if I was paying hydro, I'd still be turning a profit running these cards. So just because they are older doesn't mean they aren't good. I know a lot of YouTubers and things use these newer end cards and push these newer end cards, and I got nothing against that at all, because newer technology, more power, you're going to make more money, but you're just going to put yourself in a bigger hole in the money wise while the markets are down. So if you are trying to stick within a budget just because the markets are down, or if you are just getting into mining, I suggest doing it this way, going on eBay, Marketplace, anything of the sort, and just kind of putting together a makeshift rig for now and just kind of building up, and then all of a sudden a year later you could have a bunch of rigs up and going, and then all of a sudden you could just keep expanding and expanding, and with the money you made from those you could put it towards a bigger, better rig. I got kind of rambling on there, I did not mean to, but yeah, overall this is kind of just my profits on what I'm making. Like I said, it does fluctuate. So right now I'm making 68 cents. So now my monthly income is about $20 a month. It does fluctuate a lot on Nicehash. Just depends how much in demand that the algorithm you are mining is, because people pay on the hash power marketplace and then your rigs get rented out. So it just really depends on the market and demand of things. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to go over with you guys today. Hopefully, this is what you guys wanted. I know it's not seeing my exact profits because I haven't really mined consecutively for the past month or so, just because my rigs have had some issues. But yeah, hopefully this brought some more information to you guys just about my rigs. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure that like and subscribe button, as it lets me know you are enjoying my content. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and this is Krebsy Crypto signing out.